What does it mean when a city comes back to life? Is it the buildings, the roads, or the people who live there? Mariupol today looks rebuilt. But look closer, because sometimes a city doesn't return. Sometimes it becomes something else. Today, Mariupol stands again. New apartment blocks rise across the skyline. Roads are paved, infrastructure is restored, and signs of daily activity have returned. From the outside, it looks like recovery, a city rebuilding after destruction. But cities are not defined by structures alone. They are defined by continuity, by the people who live there, and the lives that connect the past to the present. And in Mariupol, that continuity has been disrupted. This is no longer just a city that survived war. It is a city that has been reshaped by it. One of the least visible changes is also the most significant: the people. During the conflict, many residents left. Some relocated within Ukraine, others moved across borders, and not all have returned. At the same time, new populations have appeared, new workers, new residents, new routines. This creates a quiet but powerful shift, because when the people change, the identity of the city changes with them. The question is no longer "Fuck it how Mariupol looks," but who Mariupol belongs to now. Reconstruction is visible. Buildings can be measured, roads can be mapped, infrastructure can be restored. But reality is more complex. Rebuilding a city is one process. Rebuilding a community is another. And those two do not always move at the same pace. Public spaces may return, but social structures take longer. Trust, connection, memory. These are not rebuilt with concrete. They evolve slowly and sometimes permanently change. Holds a larger role. Look at the map. It sits along a critical southern corridor, a land connection between Russian territory and Crimea. This corridor is not symbolic. It is functional. Movement, logistics, supply chains. Control of Mariupol strengthens that connection, and with it, the strategic balance in the region shifts. The Sea of Azov also becomes part of that equation. Access changes, control tightens, positioning evolves. Mariupol is no longer just a city recovering from war. It is now part of a larger geopolitical structure. From the outside, stability appears to be returning. Construction continues. Movement resumes. Daily life becomes visible again. But stability can have different meanings. Is it the absence of conflict or the presence of control? In post-war environments, these two are not always the same, and this is where Mariupol becomes more than a case study of reconstruction. It becomes a question: what defines true recovery? To understand this transformation, context matters. In 2022, Mariupol became one of the most heavily contested cities in the war. A prolonged siege, severe destruction, a final phase of resistance centered around industrial zones like Azovstal. But that chapter has already been told. What matters now is what came after. Mariupol today is not frozen in its past. It is moving forward. But not in the same direction as before. Its function has changed, its population has shifted, its strategic role has expanded. And these changes are not temporary. They redefine what the city is and what it will become. Mariupol is not an isolated case. It represents a broader pattern seen in modern conflicts. Cities are not only destroyed, they are transformed, rebuilt physically, while being restructured socially and strategically. What happens in Mariupol may influence how future conflicts reshape urban spaces, not just how cities fall, but how they are redefined afterward. So we return to the same question. What does it mean for a city to be rebuilt? Because Mariupol is standing again, but it is not standing the same way. Its buildings are new. Its role is different. Its identity, still evolving. So is this still Mariupol, or a new city built on the same ground? And more importantly, what should we uncover next? The reality of life inside the city today. The strategic importance behind the scenes, or the human stories that are rarely told? Tell us your perspective, because this story is still unfolding. TRX Update.